everyone, this is your helpful Cephalon here to showcase my Phenmor build for the Steel Path. If you enjoy weapons of mass destruction and non-stop firing, while also looking like a badass, this is the build for you. And without further ado, let's get into this. Before we get started, let's have a quick refresher on the Phenmor. The Phenmor is an incarnate weapon, one of the new weapon types added to Warframe. What does it mean to be an incarnate weapon, you ask? Well, it's essentially having access to evolutions, or tiers, which gives you buffs, as long as you complete the missions attached to said evolutions and unlock them inside the Zeriman 10.0 hub. Now, incarnate weapons have a special ability which allows them to evolve once charging up a bar on the weapon. What this means is, it becomes a bigger and stronger version of itself, dealing even more damage. Therefore, when it comes to these weapons, you're almost always going to use the incarnate evolved form of the weapon to deal the most damage possible. This weapon essentially acts as a turret in your hand, almost like an arc gun, but without the arc gun launcher. As you can see, we are now in Steel Path, so I can show you what this build can really do. For this build I'm using Harrow, as his abilities help the weapon boost even more damage, sometimes even reaching red crits and a boost in fire, red and reload speed, which is also quite nice, but you don't need to use Harrow for this weapon to be good. I just personally wanted to use it for this video. Now, as you can see, this weapon absolutely shreds through enemy targets in a matter of seconds. It's definitely one of the most fun weapons in the game thus far, and it also is one of the most powerful weapons in the game. Thus far, it's one of my personal favorites. In fact, now I will say the only problem with this weapon is that the polarities it comes with aren't the best. Therefore, you're gonna have to add at least 2 Phenmor to this weapon, but I assure you it's totally worth it, and you can probably get away with just 1. That will mean less fire rate though, but the fire rate is mainly just a personal preference. It does add to the damage, but you could probably get away with not having it on there. Besides that, I highly recommend this weapon. Incredibly fun, incredibly good, and overall a very nice addition to your arsenal. Now for this weapon, as you can see, I have viral as my main source of damage. I have added in a lot of status and crit, however, but my 2 main sources of damage are multi-shot and elemental. This weapon has an incredible amount of multi-shot, and if you slap on the galvanized mods on it, it becomes god tier, so I highly recommend putting those on. If you don't have them, please get them. You can either get them from the trading chat or just get them from arbitrations. Arbitrations aren't that hard if you're experienced. Even if you aren't experienced, they shouldn't be too much trouble. Now onto the actual build self. For the extra multi-shot I have galvanized chamber, then it's infected clip for the toxin damage, then serration for the overall base damage boost, then it's speed trigger. If you want, you can upgrade it further than I have. I just haven't because I'm lazy, but it's just a personal preference. Then I have malignant force for the extra boost in toxin. If you want, you can switch this out for something else, or switch out infected clip for something else. You can. It's just a personal preference. Then it's rhyme rounds for the cold damage to create viral, then galvanized aptitude for the extra boost in status, and finally primed shred for the extra punch through, so you can hit more enemies that are behind the original target. For the arcane I have primary deadhead for that extra boost in damage. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below on any future builds you want to see next. And with that, this is your helpful Cephalon signing out.